Welcome back to episode 18 of the Dropcast. I am the Master of Faster, Matthew Kershaw, joined by Carl Shimon.
Yes, you are.
And we're here to talk about more video games. Lots of weird news, as usual.
Yeah, some news is weirder than others, to be honest. Some I'm not comfortable with mentioning on this podcast.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Underage girls in bikinis is what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
But you've got all that to look forward to in a few moments' time when we hit the news section.
So, what have you been playing? I know we've been busy these past 2 weeks with university stuff. You've now got some free time to play some video games?
Oh, I don't know. I've been playing all sorts of shit-ass video games over the last few weeks, like Bloodborne, which we finally wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of pissed that we never got around to finishing those boss videos off. I mean, I fucked up and deleted the stuff that we would have recorded over anyway. So it was basically never going to happen because I'm not going back to do that again.
And I was interrupted twice trying to record videos.
Yeah, it was all we had left was Mikolash, which is a super creepy dude. His boss fight is interesting though because it's very different. You're just chasing this dude down, but he's pretty easy if you don't get fucked by the lasers. And Murgo's a wet nurse, which is maybe the easiest boss fight in the game, in my opinion. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, so Bloodborne, finished. Pretty sure we said that last time. I haven't been playing too much. I played the new Old Republic stuff. They've had a game update, which is pretty sweet. We've been playing a lot of Hardline together over these last few days.
A lot. We played some last night.
And
that's all I remember.
Like a night before.
Did we? I thought that was Halo.
We've played hours of video game fun. I was hoping you'd remember what. You might be right about Halo, but I'm sure we played Hardline not on. No, we played on video.
We played Advanced Warfare, and we played Spartan Ops, and then last night we played Hardline.
And we played Hardline on video on the website just a few days ago.
What website's that?
www.GameDropZone.com. Your home for all video game news, reviews, and previews, even though we've never had a preview and probably never will. But yeah. Final Fantasy 15 episode Dusky. That is the demo you get with Type 0. I've been playing some of that. It's really weird. I want to like it a lot, but it's rough because it's a demo. And it's obviously a year away from being finished. So the frame rate is horrendous.
Yeah.
But it's so fiddly in combat. I really like the it looks great. Like Type 0, it's really well animated and shit. I like how you do the dodging. It's kind of passive, like you hold L1 and your guy will dodge automatically. But then you're parrying on top of that, which is a bit more active. But it's very... there's a mana meter, and the mana, runs out after, 4 moves at the minute for me. And then you have to literally hold down L1 when near a tree or a rock to regain health. It's super shitty, because you get staggered when you're in that state really easily. And it kind of just makes the whole combat fall apart a little bit. So, yeah, it's a bit... I hope it doesn't launch with that mana system in place, I guess. Because it does seem kind of shit at the minute. But I'm enjoying most of it. It's really, really quite beautiful. I think that's all I've been playing. Oh, I've played a ton of Battlefront 1 and 2. And the PSP games. We'll have a feature about them going up on the site this week. Probably one might already be up by the time this podcast goes up. But yeah, looking back at them, and interesting going back. There's a lot of things you just kind of forget about when you played a game 10 years ago.
Do they hold up?
No, not at all. I think the PSP one holds up better than you'd imagine, just because of the way the auto-locking works. So it's not really about trying to shoot people accurately. It's more about just the strafing, leading your targets and stuff like that, which is still as it was back then, but Battlefront 1 in particular, there's no mechanics to that game. It's just really squiggly shooting and shit AI, so it really doesn't hold up super well. Which is a shame, but yeah, I had to open my sealed disc copy to play that game, which really pissed me off. It's not available for download anywhere. And then, I've been waiting to tell you this for ages, but I wanted to save it for the podcast. I bought 12 issues of the Halo Escalation comic series.
Oh, God.
I actually bought the 2 volume books, the first 12. The next 6 aren't out yet. They're not coming out till September, the volume 3 launches.
What are you doing?
You know, I'm not sure. After Spartan Strike and that other book, I wanted to go back and like consume all the knowledge I could leading up to Halo 5. Because I'm kind of excited for that game. Weirdly. Because, you know, all they've done is squander the thing for the last 2 years, so. But, yeah, the comics are interesting because I don't like comics. I don't like the way they tell stories. So it's like, you will have what is effectively an issue in which it's just people talking in, I don't know, their dorm room or whatever about some city being blown up. And then the next episode will be like, oh, this dude meets the Didac dies again. And it's like explained away in like two panels or something.
Wow.
It's so schizophrenic in its approach to like, there's no pacing whatsoever. It's really, yeah, there's good moments in there. Like, you raised the point when we were looking at the Halo 5 art the other day about, you know, the rest of Blue Team behind Master Chief. So Fred, Linda, and Kelly. And they're totally in the comics. They'll hopefully in Volume 2. They sort of reunite with the Master Chief, and that's quite interesting to see. But, yeah, it's over so quickly, it's like, there's no build-up whatsoever. It's not great. But I have just gone and pre-ordered Volume 3, and then ordered a lot of the older ones as well, so I've got that to look forward to in the coming weeks.
Wow.
Have you been playing anything of note?
No, I've had 2 weeks of doing nothing, other than, you know, revising for exams, and now we're finally out of the exams, and I'm like, I've got so much stuff to catch up on. I still need to finish Deus Ex 1 so I can move on to 2.
Yeah.
I want to play more Advanced Warfare because that's always fun. But no, I've not been playing any video games other than Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, the Xbox 360, and that's it.
How's that been going for you?
Going great. I lose all the time, but I get a few cards. I'm trying to build a deck so I can beat you next time we play.
Have you not just cheated and bought more Exodia cards yet? Because that's what you did last time.
No. Yeah. Exodia cards are good. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But that's been it. I've not been playing anything really.
How did you feel when I sent you that picture of the gold rare from Premium Gold 2 leg of Exodia that I got?
I think my reply was exactly my reaction.
It's just a picture of Yugi crying.
Yes.
Yeah. I couldn't resist.
I fucking really want to buy more Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
It's a good feeling popping open the packs. I was going to do an unboxing, but like you say, around those weeks it was just so hectic. Well, not hectic, it's just so like depressing and stressful for us. So I never really did. I couldn't be asked pulling out the camera equipment.
I would have been so pissed if you were like, yeah, we got audio to record for this video, and then you just open up, like, you unboxing these Yu-Gi-Oh cards and getting Exodia's leg.
Well, unboxing videos are like a lucrative market on YouTube, aren't they? So maybe we should
They are. I've been watching tons of unboxing videos of Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Yu-Gi-Oh packs, and it's great.
You have a sickness.
You're the one to talk. You watch people walk around in, like, American supermarkets filming them shopping.
Yeah. Periscope. I don't think we've discussed it anywhere, have we? It's an amazing app. It's been out a few weeks now. People just live streaming from their phones. I watched one dude take off in a private jet. It was his first. He just bought this private jet, and he was like talking about. He was quite an old dude, maybe 40s, late 40s or something. Clearly an American business dude. He had like his entourage of trophy wife or whatever with him. And it's just getting on this plane. He's like, well, you kids, you come and work for someone like me and you can be like this one day. It was the grossest, most like capitalist thing I've seen, but pretty awesome that I could watch that. Yeah, I saw some Saudi dude just like riding a Land Rover through the desert, which is really cool. Lots of girls on just like streams with these two girls giggling at the camera. People asking questions in chat. You know how it is. Chat rooms.
It's like Twitch.
I wish Twitch was like that. Unfortunately, I don't want to see like Asian people's APMs go off the charts. It's yeah. Sorry, what were you saying before I went on a Periscope rant?
Video games, I've been playing nothing. I need to play more. I need to finish the Hardline campaign as well.
You do. It's an experience.
I've got a lot of shit I need to catch up on.
Oh, shit, you played, and you failed to mention this. I can't imagine why. John Cena's Sexy High School Adventures.
Yes, John Cena's Sexy High School Adventure is amazing. You linked it to me, and I knew I had to play it.
Yeah.
And I'm expecting shit, but it was incredible.
Yeah, it's it's something, I guess. Real
Shina
MS Paint
Senpai
skins.
went to prom with me. He then pinned me clean.
Jesus. You did the New Game Plus as well, didn't you? That was a video up on the Matthew Plays video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's people should check that out. It's an interesting product.
It's amazing. But
yeah, so nothing else?
Hey?
Nothing else then?
No, I was going to say, should we move on to news?
I guess we should. We should probably just start with the obvious elephant in the room. Steam backed down from their paid mods in Skyrim. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so basically, Steam tried to make paid mods. Steam and Bethesda put in a system where you could buy Skyrim mods, and they were going to launch it throughout the entire Steam. And the internet bitched and complains, and it cost Valve like millions from all the emails and spam messages they were getting, just like running their mail servers, I guess. Yeah. And then Gabe Newell went on to r/gaming on Reddit and did like a prompt to AMA, and basically people were just flaming him for it. And then like the next day, they took down the paid mods.
Yeah, these will come back. I have no doubt.
They will, of course, yeah. But now people, during the whole time, people were like, "Oh wow." Now we realize that Valve is this company out to get our money, and a lot of the stuff they do is really bad and shady. And then, Valve go and reverse it, and they're like, "Oh, thank you, praised Gaben. You have saved gaming once again."
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Like, fucking shut up.
Yeah.
Valve, a dumb company. The fact that you're sucking Gabe's dick again after he did that, and he gave, like, the most PR responses ever in that AMA.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. Gamers are entitled assholes.
Some can be. I wouldn't say
most are. People are like, yeah, we're going to sign this petition and get 70,000 signatures, and then Valve will have to take down the paid mods. It's like, no, that's not how things work.
No. I wouldn't say all gamers are entitled. I would say there's a large, very vocal amount.
Yes.
That happen to take to the forums every time something like this happens.
Yeah, that's a big problem. We talked about it last night. That's a problem with the whole Gamergate thing, where both sides are extremely entitled, and that's why they can't listen to the other's opinion. They're just like, no, I'm right and you're wrong.
Yeah, I don't know that I want to get into a huge ass Gamergate discussion right now.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I wouldn't touch that with a 100-foot pole.
Shit's fucked all over the place with that place thing. I can't believe it's still around. I keep seeing shit on my Twitter feed every few days of somebody getting it. I don't want to say attacked because I never look into it, but it's really weird.
It's
that's
just people
still a thing.
Stirring shit about it, and I see it, and I'm like, this should have ended months ago.
It's like there was some bomb threat like the other day, wasn't there, or something?
I don't this is the whole thing when I said gamers are entitled. You look at any other industry, you look at the music industry, the film industry, it's all corrupt, and yet people are just like, well, we can't do anything about it. But people who play video games are entitled, and they're like, no, we can do something about this. We don't have to have it corrupt. It's like, no, you can't. You don't control the industry. You're a consumer. You don't have any role in it.
Yeah, the most powerful thing you can do is not buy something.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, people buy them and then bitch and wonder why it happens again.
Join my Steam group to boycott Modern Warfare 2 when it launches.
Oh god, yeah.
Everybody in that group owns Modern Warfare 2.
That was insane. The images that came from that.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Let's move on from this before I get into more of a rant.
There's one thing I wanted to say. We talked about it on the Hardline video. I was working on one of the midweek musings, which is just me and my opinions, whether it's speculation or whatever. Me bitching about Ubisoft, for example, for several weeks in a row. And I was writing one about, because I was super hacked off when the whole Battlefront shit and just every other comment on the places I visit, which admittedly are full of people like this, were just sort of it was like, oh, well, this is DICE, so it's going to launch broken, or, oh, well, this is EA, the worst company in America, and it's like every quip had to have one of those things worked into it.
Yeah.
Or joke about premium.
That's what I see.
And it's like, I almost get it, in a way. I understand it, but people, the reskinned, Battlefront's going to be a reskinned Hardline. It's like, well, it's running on the same engine, and it's a first-person shooter, right? So you're probably going to see some similarities, I'm sure. But it's so demeaning to the people doing the work, and it's like, this is a game no one's seen actual footage of yet, except from the press for 30 minutes or whatever at that convention. And just the way people just jump to the most venomous shit possible. for something that.
Well, that's the internet, and like I said, people on the internet are assholes, and video gamers, a lot of them are assholes.
Yeah.
Like you said, the whole Steam thing where like Steam took down the paid mods, and they were like, "Oh, praise Gabe and whatever." Then they were like, "Oh, EA would never do this. They would just keep it up." It's like, fuck off, EA haven't even touched this yet.
It's so short-sighted. Just
We
discussed
what's
it
the
last
point
week,
of
didn't we?
bringing?
About
Yeah,
like the Valve's games having exactly that and have done for ages, and people are fine
yeah,
with it. It's like I think the difference with Skyrim was it was established, everything was free, and then it wasn't. And I think the people who were doing some of the mod things, like the adverts in the games, that's like
that
the
was
most gross
fucking
shit. Like even
awful.
EA wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
They probably have,
people
but
were just pulling mods off the Nexus and re-uploading them, and then once you uploaded them to the Steam Workshop, Valve owned them, and then you couldn't take them down without their permission.
yeah,
So people were just ripping mods and uploading them first.
yeah. I would. This is my shadowy suspicion, and it is just a suspicion. I've heard nothing one way or the other. Whatever it is that Bethesda are announcing, I suspect it's Fallout 4 will
Yeah,
launch
of course,
with Steam Workshop paid mods from the get-go, so nobody
that
can
was
have that
probably their
argument.
plan, yeah.
It's what I
That
would
was probably
do.
their plan, but now it's been, pushed back. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to announce Fallout 4 at E3.
Yeah,
That's pretty much been confirmed. They're not going to do Skyrim. They're not going to do Rage 2. That's pretty much every game they own.
yeah. Oh, well, I don't know. Rage 2 would be. I would pay to see Rage 2 before Fallout 4.
Yeah, because I don't like Fallout, so I'd happily get Rage 2.
I don't like Fallout, but I've played a lot of that and Fallout 3 in New Vegas, and I guess I like it. But if
I
you,
played a bunch of Fallout 3 and I thought it was boring as dicks, and then I installed New Vegas on my computer, spent like an hour trying to mod out the awful UI and the VAT system,
I
make it
hate the
a
VATs.
decent playing game, and then I gave up and uninstalled it.
That's the thing. I hate the way it plays. Like I like the world and stuff. I just hate the VATS is so clunky. The shooting is so clunky. The melee is horrendous. It's like Oblivion.
Yeah, I mean the environment and the ambience in the game is all right, I guess.
I like the sort of 1950s sort of aesthetic a lot.
I hate that. I hate all the 1950s music. It's just
Yeah.
dumb.
I did for the longest time, but it just sort of grew on me. It's definitely an acquired taste.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
Also, I think I just turned down the game volume and put it on a podcast or something because that's normally what I do with most video games that I'm not reviewing.
I should go back and play New Vegas because I heard that's better than 3. I think there's a mod
Yeah.
out there to add like your own music onto the Pip-Boy, and I should probably do that so I can walk around
New Vegas is
this
good.
deserts. I can walk around this desert listening to like Vocaloids. It'd be great.
Just break the illusion completely.
Yeah, it'd be great.
New Vegas has, in my opinion, much better writing, and I think the story's actually interesting, which is more than you
I've
can
heard
say
that.
for The Elder Scrolls and for Fallout 3. So,
Yeah,
but it's Obsidian, and they write really good games. It's just unfortunate that they're all a mess, technically.
yeah. Every Bethesda game that launches is a mess.
Yeah.
Like Skyrim was a mess, and everybody says that's one of the best games launched in 2011. I think 2011, wasn't it? It was 11/11/11.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that game, it's a fucking good game, but if it's a Bethesda game, you will just like glitch out and fall through the world occasionally,
Bethesda are the
or
only
like
people...
NPCs AI will just break, and then they will just stand there motionless until you reload your save.
Yeah, they are the only people who can launch a game in where flying NPCs and glitched out mammoth corpses are acceptable. You know?
Everyone's like, oh, that's just a Bethesda game.
Sometimes it's funny when like you get the 18,000
EA would
cheese
never
wheels.
get away with this.
No.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, have EA, aside from Battlefield 4, have they had a technically bad game? SimCity was an issue for a number of reasons.
Yeah.
But, like, I never had... That's the thing with Battlefield 4, sorry. I never had any issues with it at all.
I never had any issues. People say they still have issues. I've never had an issue with Battlefield 4.
Except the weird audio issues, when you respawn. But that's like every Frostbite game now, isn't it?
Which audio issues?
I think it was when you would launch into a game, there'd be like 5 seconds of no audio.
They haven't fixed that. Every time you launch a match on Battlefield 4, you get no audio for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And they don't know what's caused it, but it's been in there since launch.
Yeah. Is it in Hardline?
I don't know.
I haven't noticed it if it is. Or maybe I'm just used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, EA put out consistently good games.
just with sketchy money issues.
Well, that was years ago. They don't tend to do that anymore.
I think Hardline you can buy battle packs, can you?
Yeah, you could do that in Battlefield 4 as well, but they didn't introduce that in Battlefield 4 until like maybe a year after the game launched.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Inquisition is really well handled. Like, it's so much better than Mass Effect 3, and I thought that was fine. Inquisition's a lot more. You can, basically one match will get you a couple of small packs, and there's only like 3 types of chests you can open, and none of them are expensive, and everything's random, there's no like tiers. It's not like Mass Effect where the chests had different shit in them.
Oh yeah, you have to grind like several matches in Mass Effect just to open a decent pack and maybe get a new character.
Inquisition is every pack, like the bigger packs just have more things in them, but they're the same things, the same odds of getting shit, and like you can get really smaller packs after like one match. It's really well done. Yeah, so speaking of Dragon Age Inquisition, they've announced new free DLC coming to both the single player and the multiplayer this Tuesday.
That's great.
The first one is Inquisition Dragon Slayer. This is the multiplayer DLC. It adds 3 new playable characters. Isabella from... she's been in all the Dragon Ages, except this one. She's Sexy Pirate Lady. She's super cool. The Avar warrior called Skywatcher, who if you played the game, you'll know who he is. He's in the Fallow Mire. And this dude called Zither, who's a virtuoso. He is a mage who wields like a lute, and I think he plays music at you to kill you, which seems insane.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was an April Fool's joke they put up, but it's actually true. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, you can kill dragons now in multiplayer. Called the dragons. You craft something. It seems really cool. But yeah, new characters all free. Oh, a new location as well called the Ferelden Castle, which is exciting.
Can't wait to see more videos on that then.
We're coming soon to a site near you, www.GameDropZone.com. Nice shilling there. And then they've added the single-player stuff they announced a while ago, which is called the Black Emporium. It's a shop. It was in Dragon Age 2. That's getting added to a single-player for free as well.
Awesome.
Along with some new thrones, depending on if you've played the older games, and it's linked to your EA account. So that's all cool. Do you want to get to the big news then? Are you ready for this?
What would you consider the big news here?
Xenoblade Chronicles X sexualizes 13-year-old Linley.
Oh, yes, that big news.
Yeah, she's some character in Xenoblade Chronicles X. The game came out in Japan, and they have put this 13-year-old girl in the most skimpy bikini you have seen ever. Have I sent you these links?
No, I don't want to see a 13-year-old in a bikini.
Oh, you want to see it? You gotta believe it.
I've got a hard drives full of that.
No, you should see this because it is. When I say it's ridiculous, it is kind of preposterous in a weird way. But Facebook refuses to load. But yeah, take my word for that. It's pretty bad.
Can I make that like the thumbnail for this video and get taken down?
No.
No.
You'll see why when I send it to you. It's rough. It's rough. Apparently she strips down to the bikini and shows off her cleavage. Anyway. Whew.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah.
She's 13?
Apparently.
I mean, her face makes her look like she's 6.
It doesn't make it better somehow. Also in the news, Nintendo are going to celebrate the launch of Splatoon by, quote-unquote, making a big mess.
Oh god, if you scroll down this picture, there's just her in, like, panties.
Yeah, stop scrolling. Yeah, so Nintendo are on May 15th. They're going to do some gathering in Santa Monica in which they're going to witness one of the most messiest video game spectacles in history. Now, I don't really care what this news article is about, but the headline was amazing.
I don't understand. What are they doing?
Making a big mess. I don't know. That's all you need to know.
Okay, that's like every Nintendo thing ever then.
It's a wild new game from Nintendo.
Splatoon 2!
God. Inklings. You play as Inklings.
Oh god.
Which is just ripe for fanfics. Anyway. Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Paul Blart Mall Cop 3. Sorry.
What are you on about?
Paul Blart the Mall Cop.
Isn't that a really shit film with that fat dude in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
Sorry, carry on with your news.
And I'm thinking of Adam Sandler now. I don't want to carry on. I want to cut my
wrists.
Not
Adam Sandler. It's
get in the bath.
Oh fuck! What's his name?
Go on.
I don't remember his
Go
name.
on.
No, let's move on.
Fair enough. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 gets first female playable lead in the series. Ever.
Right, so why is this like frontline news on every gaming site?
Because, of course, there is a large amount of people who pull the card talking about, well, they're being like strong-armed into not making the game they want to make, because now they've got to make this game without like any manly roles in it or anything. You know the argument.
That's fucking dumb.
It is dumb. I mean, they cite Mass Effect 3 being their
this Call of
inspiration.
Duty is just going to be, you choose if you play as a male or female, and you're going to have this male NPC that basically the story revolves around, but you're like a mute person who
Yeah.
just follows him about.
Yeah. I think that's good news. It shouldn't be framed in a bad way.
No, it shouldn't be.
It's exciting. I always play as women whenever I get the chance. I don't know why, I just do. Except in
You
Halo.
explained to me that you played in Halo Reach, so you could tell the difference between breathing.
It's true. You know when you're doing sprinting, which was
Yeah.
the first Halo game to have sprint in it. It was really important when there's someone behind you, because if it's you breathing as a woman, it sounds a lot different from breathing as a man. Everybody played as a dude, so I always had that advantage of being able to turn when I heard another voice. Because at that time, when Reach came out, all I was playing was Reach, because this is before the site, obviously. So I wasn't playing 5 games a week. I got quite good at Reach. Yeah, those were the days.
MLG.
Not quite, but I don't know. Like Vegas 2 was probably my best game. Back in the Game Battles days, yeah.
Yep.
Fuck. They were the days. Microsoft announced they have a new browser for Windows 10.
Microsoft Edge. Try not to cut yourself on it.
So I just threw up all of my pop filter. Without it, I would have damaged the mic.
Fucking Microsoft Edge. What are they doing?
They are trying to reinvent themselves as edgy.
Yeah, clearly. They just need to change the logo to black and red.
Yeah.
That's it. It's perfect. It looks good. It looks like a good browser. It should be good.
I'm going to use Windows Chrome. I'm going to use Google Chrome.
Yeah, I'm going to use Google Chrome, of course.
Because
I will download Windows Edge, and I'll be like, oh, okay, this is cool. I can draw on shit. I'll draw dicks everywhere, and then that'll be it.
So what does it add? Have you read anything about it? Because to me, it just looks like Windows 8 in a web browser, which is maybe the worst thing.
It has Cortana support. You can just search the web using your voice, and you can, have all your scheduled stuff there. You can have a reading list, so it saves pages offline, so you can read them for whatever reason. It goes across every device or Windows device you have, so you'll be able to save a page on your browser and access it from your phone. So you could, you can save a link to your favorite fanfiction, then pull it up on your phone in bed and read it.
Alright.
In an offline mode. You can draw on the pages, and then you can send people links to the page with your drawing on it, so you can, highlight something on Amazon that you want someone to buy you, and just send them that with the circle around it. Or I could send you pictures of dicks on everything.
Which is what's actually going to happen.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I'm going to do with it.
Sure. You can now...
But that's essentially it.
Can you still do that thing where you tweet at Amazon with like a hashtag wishlist and it'll add items to your wishlist or something?
Can you do that?
It was something dumb like that. It was ages ago. I never used it. Or maybe it was you could tweet items from Amazon if you linked your accounts or something, so people could buy them for you. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to do that and add Yu-Gi-Oh cards to my wishlist.
There's not many on there, well, I guess there is, but I've always been sketchy of those mega lots where it's like, here's 100 cards, random. It's like,
yeah.
I don't want 800 Karibos. I mean, I do, but not that way. I wouldn't mind 800 plushy Karibos. Just replace my bed with a bed of Karibos.
That'd be great. You can sleep on them.
Be amazing. Furries would go wild for my Karibo hole.
I don't think furries are attracted to Karibo. It's a ball of fluff.
Yeah, stick them up your ass.
No, people have... Right, I'm gonna have to... People have not drawn porn of Karibo, I can guarantee you now.
You're wrong. I can think of loads of applications for Karibo.
No, you're wrong.
Look it up.
I am right now.
This is the sound of research on the podcast. Never ends well.
On the biggest furry site I know, E621, there's 6 images here, and they're all C for work.
We need to get in contact with the founders of 08621 or whatever it's called. I'm sure you know them well from the circles you traverse. And correct that glaring error.
Oh wait, no. Okay, on Rule 34, there's a lot of Karibo porn with Dark Magician.
Yeah, sure there is. It's probably half mine.
Oh god, is that Jaden Yuki?
Oh
Fuck.
god, is he riding the bike? Or is that someone else?
No, no, you don't want to know what he's doing to Karibo. Never mind. Let's move on. Have you got any more news?
PS4 sold over 22 million now, which is a large number of PS4s.
That is.
Isn't that twice what the Xbox One last sales figures were, around 10 million?
I don't know. I haven't kept up with them.
Yeah.
Last time I heard, they were at like 10 or 12.
Yeah. I'm not sure. If there are new Microsoft figures, they have not made their way to me in any capacity.
Microsoft haven't sent you them personally.
No, Phil didn't give me the minutes from the board meeting the other day, unfortunately.
He didn't appear as a holographic projection in your Kinect and read out the news.
The Windows 10 is coming to the Xbox One after it comes to the PC, apparently.
The latest thing I can find is the 27th of January.
Right. What were the numbers?
I don't see an exact number here.
Well,
This fucking extreme tech website has got links in every single other word in this paragraph.
yeah. I love it when they do that. I try to not have more than a couple of links per page, but that's probably bad for SEO. We want more links, not less. Yeah, so it's coming to the preview program first, of course, because that's the purpose of it. Later in 2015, apparently. That's on non-PC platforms. We won't see people using Excel on the Xbox, but Microsoft is making it easier to port experiences from the PC over to the Xbox where they make sense, says Phil Spencer. So unfortunately, you won't be able to do it. I won't be able to run SPSS and do hard statistics on my Xbox, which is...
Damn it, that's what I bought. It's supposed to be an all-in-one entertainment system. How am I supposed to,
I want to get the shit off my Mac onto my Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I care about most of those Windows 10 things.
Because you can totally just use Internet Explorer, go into...
OneDrive?
Like, sign into your Google account, go into... OneDrive, yeah. And then just use Excel or whatever Google's knockoff version for Google Drive is.
Google Spreadsheets, I believe.
Yeah, you can fucking do it. Why are they not just making it so you can do that?
I don't know, can you do it though? Or is it like one of the things where it doesn't have the plugins? I'd love the Xbox One doesn't have Silverlight plugins. Oh, we've got to put it in when we decided to take out all the TV features and go back on all the online stuff. We can't have hackable Silverlight plugins. The end of the world. So what's coming out over the next week then? I want to check out Wolfenstein: The Old Blood, which is a standalone prequel to the Wolfenstein game off last year.
Is it?
Involving zombies.
Great.
So, you know how I love fighting zombies with video game guns. So I'm sure I'll love this one. Got that Dragon Age stuff, gonna check that out. In a couple of weeks' time we have Destiny. In a couple of weeks' time we have The Witcher 3. Destiny. I know I am. They're the same day, actually. They're both 16 days from now, so they are both the 19th of May, they release. So look for that. Amazing coverage. As I try to play a really in-depth, long, third-person action game, as well as Destiny. Because it went so well last time, I had to play 2 long games for review. Is there anything else?
I don't know. I don't keep up with news. I don't play video games.
Fair point. Well, you're going to play loads this week. We hope to be recording some more of us playing video games, don't we?
Do we?
Do we? It's been on the schedule for about 4 months, so we'd probably get around to it.
You're breaking the illusion. We don't talk to each other outside of these videos.
No. Oh, I don't know. I kept some stuff from you specifically for that. Like the Halo shit. I needed you to feel that pain and disappointment live and on air.
Yeah. Yeah.
So get used to more disappointment live on air. And check out www.GameDropZone.com. If people want to talk to you, where can they find you?
What?
If people want to talk to you, where can they find you? What social media site can they use to talk to you?
Oh, okay. Twitter, I guess.
You're not doing a really good job of selling your own Twitter account right now.
I didn't know what you were doing. You were just like, where can they find you? I'm like, well, my address is 1249.
Yep, go on then.
No, twitter.com/zealot1123.
And my name is Carl Shimon, and I am at /Carl Shimon, because that makes way more sense.
Some asshole has the name Matthew Kershaw on Twitter, and I can't get it. And every single variant of Matthew and Kershaw is taken.
Absolutely. I own most of them, in fact. I just post very porn down them all day long. And then you deny the existence of it. Yeah. So check that shit out. Check us out at YouTube. That's GameDropZone. GameDropZone, in fact. That is the channel name.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's us. Send us your messages. Adios.
Ciao.